Hi everyone, my name is Anastasia, and today we are diving into something that can literally change your life from the inside out. Let me ask you a question. How often do you think about your cellular health? Yes, your cellular health, not your diet or your exercise regime, but what is really happening in your cells, like inflammation, immunity, energy levels, your focus, right? The things that affect you every day, and it affects how you show up every day. Well, what if I told you that 97% of people are out of balance in their omega 6 to omega 3 ratio and they don't even know about it? This imbalance is what drives inflammation. This is the thing that causes brain fog, heart disease, aches and pains, mental fatigue, so many diseases. So this is what we're going to talk about today, right? I'm going to talk about a company called Zinzino, as you can see in the back, and we're going to talk about who is Zinzino, how it works, basically how are we different, and how you can take control of your own well-being. So let's just dive in and we'll get started. All right. So if you're like me, and I know so many people are, like, we all are trying to do what's best for our health. And yet, this is globally. But people on a global level, these health related diseases are just on the increase. And you've got to ask yourself, why is that happening? So I briefly touched on some, but we're talking about cardiovascular disease, cholesterol, high blood pressure, aches and pains, gut health issues, brain fog, menopause, skin conditions, blood sugar, ADHD. We have a declining IQ rate. They're just some. All these are based in chronic inflammation. So this is what's causing all these. Now, let's take a little history. Let's walk down history lane. Once upon a time, Mother Nature would be giving us our food, right? So they're full of nutrients, fiber, whatever we need. Nowadays, our food, a lot of it is man-made, and even the way that our crops are dusted and the soils, things are low in nutrients, they're high in sugar. We don't not getting what we need to get from our foods, right? We're not. So what's happened is, while we're meant to be on a DNA level 1 to 1, our ratio of omega 6 to omega 3, scientists said no, 3 to 1 is actually better. Granted, 1960 though, when there was a lot of changes in our food manufacturing, the food cycles, just what were availability that we could get, it went up to 4.1. Nowadays, we are testing and people coming in on average 15 to 1, and we are testing some people and they're coming in at 25 to 1, and a lot of those high ratios are kids. So, what exactly is omega 6? Omega 6 is an essential fatty acid. We need it, our body needs it, it doesn't make it, it causes inflammation. Omega 3 is an essential fatty acid. Our body doesn't make it, our body needs it. So we have to get it from somewhere. But omega 3s are anti inflammatory, so they reduce inflammation. So, what happens when we have too much omega 6 to too little omega 3? Well, we have 37 trillion cells in our bodies. And if we're out of balance, they're like the red one. They're hard on the outside, nutrients don't get in, toxins don't release, and that cell reproduces a compromised cell. Now, if we're balanced, if we have our, omega 6 or omega 3 balance, it looks more like the green one. It's soft, it's malleable, it's absorbing nutrients, it's releasing toxins. So ideally, we want to have healthy cells like that, because healthy cells, again, will reproduce healthy cells. But what's the consequences of being out of balance? The consequences are reduced brain function. Our organs aren't working the way that they should. We feel it in our energy levels. We feel it in our knees, in our ankles. We don't have the elasticity, nails, hair. We feel it. And even if it's just getting up and feeling, I just don't know what's wrong, I just don't feel well, right? That is an imbalance. Now, this is where Zinzino comes in. We're pioneers of test-based personalized nutrition, a Scandinavian health tech company, 20 years old, publicly listed, and we're in over 100 countries. So we're definitely not a startup. We're not brand new. We are well entrenched in the health and wellness industry. Now, I briefly mentioned 97% of people that have done the test, and we've tested 1.6 million. 97% are out of balance. Now, what's the chance that you are one of the 97%, right? So there is a way to find out. You can take a test. Zinzino has a test where you can test your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. It's scientifically based. You do it from the comfort of your home or your office. It's an independent managed analysis, and it's anonymous. You do not send any of your details. And it's really, really simple. It's a dry blood test. So this is the journey, because our cells take 120 days to rejuvenate. So what you would do at the beginning, you would take a test, you would send it off. It goes to Vitus Labs in Norway. They're an independent lab that work with senior hospitals, senior universities around the world, like Cambridge and Oxford, and other senior medical associations. Now, they do a test. It takes about 2 weeks for your results to come back. During that period, you start your supplement regime. So in a couple of weeks, when you get your results, it'll give you your ratio. Mine came in at 10-1, and I got a 20-page report showing me exactly where the markers were and why I came back at 10-1. So then we continue on the supplements for 120 days. We then have the opportunity to do another test at the end of that period. Now, again, we do a test, we send it off, we get back our ratio. Now, 95% of the 97 that come back out of balance, 95% come close, if not 3-1. So my first test was 10-1. My second was 3-1. So I was in that healthy cellular range of an omega-6 to omega-3 balance. So, and I knew, because I got a 20-page report and I could see the difference. So this is as simple as it gets. It is such a simple process, and yet it is life-changing. The jewel in the crown for us is our balance oil. It's not a fish oil. It's more like a high-quality Mediterranean diet in that bottle. So it comes with polyphenols. Polyphenols prevent oxidation. They also help the omega-3s travel to your blood cells. So we have our omega-3s, the EPA, DHA, DPA, and that's from wild-caught fish. We have naturally sourced ingredients, which is our pre-harvested olive oil, and combine that with vitamin E, vitamin D, which is essential. We create the balance oil. Now, the balance oil is dosage by weight and by age. So it's specific. It's not a one dose fits all. Someone's 100 kilos, someone's a 50 kilos. They have a different dosage. Now, that is the balance oil. And the difference is, in 120 days, when you're balanced, you feel it. Very often you feel it within the first month, but your hair is better after 20 days. Your nails, your skin, you have a lot more energy. My brain fog lifted. So to me, it was not only did I just get a ratio, but I got all the energy and the wellness that came with it. This is our stellar advisory board in Zinzino. Dr. Paul Clayton is a very well-renowned pharmaco-nutritionist. He has worked with the UK government. Dr. Colin Robertson, Chief Product Officer, but he's worked with Olympians, elite athletes, soccer teams like Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool FC. So we really have a stellar advisory board. Now, the difference with us is the fact I spoke about the polyphenols. Now, the polyphenols, this is the innovation that comes with the Zinzino Balance Oil. The polyphenols make sure that the oil and the omega-3 is kept fresh. So in our body for 35 hours, our balance oil is working to keep those cells, to rejuvenate your cells and give them the nutrition that they need. Other things like krill oil, concentrated omega-3s, cod liver oil, as you can see, they have a lifespan of about 5 to 15 hours. You want to know that your balance on your omega-3 are working without any downtime. And that's exactly what the balance oil does. Now, as you can see, also, we have been approved by various associations like there's the approved Informed Sport, GMP, Friends of the Sea. I know there's keto, sugar-free. So all that has been approved. And this is why Zinzino balance oil, which comes in oil form and capsules and a water-soluble one, it is just so popular. The other thing is that it is suitable for every stage in life, whether it be an expectant mother for herself and her unborn child, right, to a 6-month-old baby, right through to someone who is 100. Why? Because it helps everything with your brain, your immunity, your growth, skin, hair, nails. And basically, the way that I see it and the way that I like to explain it is you want your health span to equal your lifespan. So you want to be healthy and fit and have that wellness right through until the end. Now, these are the 18 health claims that have been approved by the European Food and Safety Authority. As you can see, it's brain, it's heart, it's immunity, everything we've said before, your blood cells, oxidative stress, bones. Now, that is the 18 big ticks by the European Food and Safety Authority. Now, in Australia, while there is a 4-step protocol, in Australia, we have the balance oil and we have the Xenobiotic. The balance oil is our omega-3 supplement, and the Xenobiotic, which is a restore, helps with your gut. Why? Because your gut is so important. Your gut is like your second brain. And to be able to have good gut health and your omega-3, the actual benefit is exponential. So use the balance oil, use the prebiotic, the next to the Extend and the Viva, hoping to get it by the end of the year. So, but we've had incredible results just with the balance oil and the Xenobiotic. These are just some ambassadors. This is just a handful of many of people that are using Zinzino products, and they are telling the world about it. They are not being sponsored. They actually use them, and they want to share because of the great help that they've seen and the great benefits they've seen from Zinzino. As I mentioned, we are in 100 countries. We are listed on the NASDAQ, strong financial foundations, and it is something that you can feel confident that if you've got friends overseas and you try the product and you want to share that, there is a good chance they'll be able to get it. But the thing is, I know that I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, or I've seen it on TV, but there is a growing global problem with inflammation. Now, National Geographic actually did a whole editorial about it, not an editorial, a whole book on it. Like, that's all. They just did anti-inflammation, and they went into detail as to why it is something that we all have to be very aware of, because inflammation is the greatest threat to human health. I mean, the World Health Organization said that. Your doctors will say that. Anyone in the wellness industry will say that. And yet 6.3 billion people worldwide are deficient in omega-3, which is what causes inflammation. So this is why we are creating awareness. We are talking to people about this. We're talking about the opportunity, the actual products, because we want to share it. Like 500 million people are already taking omega-3 supplements. In Australia, 85% of people are taking omega-3 supplements. And yet we know that we are testing people, and still 97% of people are failing the test. That is because, as you saw from the previous one, they're not staying in your body to be able to feed and nourish your cells as long as they should. So 97% are failing the test. And this is the unique difference with Zinzino. We will change that, and we are now actively changing that. So we're an established company. The foundation is set because it's already been tried and tested in Scandinavia for 20 years. We are now going into the Asia Pacific market, USA and Europe. And this is the time really to look into your own health, taking it as a customer, but also getting the word out there and spreading that. and creating awareness, because truly it is the way that we should all be working towards getting better cellular health. So if this is something you want to consider being part of the Zinzino community and making an impact in the health sector, this is why the person that has sent you this recording probably thought of you. They care about you. They want you to know about it. So just really simply, we're an e-commerce business. You get your own personalized online shop. You can help customers. You can earn a residual income. We do have a global distribution. And the difference is we are test-based. We are not guessing. We are doing a blood test. We know exactly what the ratio is, and we can change the ratio. If it's over 3.3 to 1, we can bring it back down to 3 to 1, and that is by using 2 simple supplements. And be part of this health-driven global movement. This is the fun part. So what I want to do is I'm going to share this with you. I just want you to think about this video, and this is why we wanted to share this opportunity and these products with you.
What will your last 10 years look like? Will you be quick enough for a game of tag with your grandchild? Strong enough to embrace every moment? Will you grow old with vitality? Or get old with disease? It's time to decide. The average Canadian will spend their last 10 years in sickness. Change your future at makehealthlast.ca.
So I just wanted to share that with you. That brings us to the end of this presentation. So whether you're a health conscious individual, whether you're an athlete, you're a parent, or you're just someone who just wants to feel great and just get your spark back, this is the time to start living life with true vitality and optimum cellular health. So the person that shared this with you obviously cares enough about you for them to want to share the product, share the opportunity. So please go back to them, have a chat to them. They would love your feedback. And I just wish everyone a wonderful, healthy life. And you know what? It's all about prevention. It's about prevention, performance, and vitality from the inside out. So that's me, Anastasia Darwish. Lovely to have been with you during these few minutes that you saw this. And I look forward to any questions that you have, but do go back to the person that sent you this. Bye for now.